Hey, loves. Come here, Suka. Suki and I are out for a walk. More of a stroll, if I'm really being honest with you. And there's two things I want to share with you guys. Two things that I love that I want to share with y'all. This bridge is one of them. This is just a short walk from my house, and there's something so incredibly delightful and serene. This is the bridge where I spotted unexpected goldfish swimming around down there. Oh, look, there's a book. I wonder what it is. Whose book is that? Hey, Marlene. Isn't that interesting? Look, there's little notes and things, like little tabs. Anyway, I love this little stream, this little creek that runs through the neighborhood. And this time of year, they let all the wildflowers grow, and so it's just blissful the way it sort of babbles along. And then we'll walk this way a little bit. I'll turn around so you can see me for a minute. How are y'all doing this morning? How are you feeling? I love myself, and so I share my heart with other people. I share my love with other people. And this morning, I'm so excited. I wish you guys could smell what I'm about to smell. One of my favorite things, good morning, Lee Herman. One of my favorite things in the whole world is springtime and the smell of magnolia blossoms. Oh, I can smell them from here, y'all. Oh, look how perfect this one is. Hang on, Suki. Look, it's utter perfection. How beautiful. I'm going to give it a sniff. Oh, it has such a wonderful lemony smell. Suki, you got yourself tangled. You're going to have to figure out how to come around the other side, little girl. There you go. It has such a wonderful lemony smell. And there's just something makes me so happy. I love them. They're everywhere on this particular tree. I knew they would be. So how are you this morning, loves? How are you on this Sunday, full of flowers and magnificent, pecan tree branches? She's gorgeous. Such a beauty. We see the world around us through our eyes, and the world that reflects back to us is what we're feeling in our heart. Not surprisingly, Tracy Lee, self-love life coach, that's me. Sees a lot of things to love in the world. A lot of delightful things. Good morning, Priscilla. How are you, darling? I'm just wandering around showing people things I love this morning. Look at this sweet little flowy. Hi, little friend. What are y'all loving this morning? What are y'all loving this morning on my Sunday stroll? Just kind of loving life. If you're watching the replay, throw up the word replay and your favorite heart emoji. Morning. And tell me what you're loving. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Megan Hauser. Oh, the squirrels are everywhere this morning. And it's sort of quiet, like, where are all the people? It's not that dang early. Matter of fact, it's not early at all. It's interesting and sort of humid here today. It feels like Houston. For those of you who don't know, I live in Austin, where it's lovely and not humid like Houston. Oh, Suka Sue! Smelling all the squirrel smells. I'm just wandering around in my favorite hood this morning, wondering what you guys are loving. We're going to walk by somebody weed whacking. Morning. What are you guys loving this morning? Hit me in the comments. What are you loving, or what are you wanting to be loving? Or who are you loving? I'm loving on y'all right now. Ooh, look at this cute little house that's going to be for sale soon. For sale, coming soon. Yes, please. I love this adorable little house and whatever it says on the door in some language I can't read. Just sharing my stroll with y'all. There's some sycamore trees. I love sycamore trees. I love the way they smell. They remind me of my mom, my heart mom, the closest thing to a mother-in-law I really ever had. My first love's mom, Ellen Kogan. She's been gone from this world for a while now. The sycamore trees always make me think of her. Megan's loving a big log in, oh, I'm guessing that's supposed to say a big dog in your lap, not a big log in your lap. Because a big log in your lap, I mean, you can love whatever you want, girlfriend, but that seems a little weird to be loving a log in your lap. And I know how you love dogs. So I'm loving that you have a big dog in your lap. And that's what I'm envisioning anyway. I've got a bunch of girlfriends coming over this afternoon. Every other Sunday we have a circle with no agenda at my house. Connection is my highest power, and I found myself so connected to so many of you in the world virtually. And I needed some IRL connections, some in real life connection, you know what I mean? Some tangible connection. And so I created this circle called I Am Here Now, where the H-E-R is capitalized, so it looks like her with a little e. And it's a circle with no agenda. Sometimes, actually, last time somebody asked to have their fingernails painted, which was so great. Oh, look at these flowers. What are you guys? How happy are these guys? Look at you. Look at you, all purple and round and perfect. Uh-oh. I hit the wrong button. Now I don't know what's happening. Hold on, I'll find y'all. Here we go. There I am. Yesterday, you guys, I went to a graduation party of one of my clients. Graduated from high school. Oh my gosh, look at this squirrel, y'all. Hold on. Oh, he ran away. Bummer. Graduated from high school, and the party was in San Antonio. Good morning, Connie. And I live in Austin. It's about an hour, 20-minute drive. And I left the house, y'all. Maybe you saw the post, in these silly shoes that I got at Michael's a couple of weeks ago, because they're this ridiculously fabulous hot pink fuchsia, shiny iridescent color. They cost me $4. I keep them by my front door, so if Suki needs out or something like that, right? Anyway, there I am, all looking nice, going to a party. I get halfway to San Antonio and realize I have on these silly $4 shoes. And, once upon a time, I will say that would have bothered me. It really bothered me. I would have felt stupid. I would have felt embarrassed. I might have even made up a story about what's wrong with me and my memory. And instead, I just went, oh, well, I love myself, and so I buy silly shoes for $4 from time to time and forget to take them off. End of story. So much nicer than the inner chatter I used to have. Hey, I posted something yesterday about I love myself, and so I'm releasing my fascination with my old story. I notice with my clients, we get stuck in that old story. Not just to my clients, me too. Super stuck in that old story. This way, Suka. We retell it over and over and over. I was abandoned as a child. I was, a young man. I knew I was gay. Wasn't safe to be gay in the early 70s. And there's a part of me that says, I have tremendous compassion for that, and it's 2019. We get stuck in our stories. They're so familiar to us, and we think they keep us safe so that we can't possibly, oh, what a charming little yard, repeat the mistakes of the past or feel that pain again. But the truth is, the more attached we are to our old stories, the more we're likely to attract exactly the same shit back into our lives. So, what new story are you? Go, Suka! What new story are you telling today? What new story do you want to tell? Megan Hauser, if you're still watching, what new story do you want to tell about how delightful your life is? Yeah, letting go. And gently letting go, you know? Like, it makes sense why we want to hang on to those old stories. I'm going to show you something that bothers me, y'all. You ready? You see this sign? Hate has no home here. I get it. I really get it. And I agree. And if hate has no home in your house, don't put the word hate in your front yard. I have a really good friend who has a, what do you call it? Autoimmune disease. And she had a t-shirt that she would wear with the name of the autoimmune disease on it, and it said, I have this autoimmune disease. What's your excuse? Talk about holding on to our stories. What's the new story? If hate has no home there, what does have a home there? Love, tolerance, acceptance. Put that fucking word in your front yard, people. I'm just saying. We miss the point. We get focused on the thing we don't want. We talk about what we don't want instead of what we do want. We get more of what we don't want. Suki, you hot old lady? We're heading home. I left myself and so I let people help me. Megan, that's gorgeous. Can I just tell you how gorgeous that is? I know you are fostering dogs right now, which means you're really helping other people. And I imagine that shit feels really good, right? Hey, Kenneth. So, when you let other people help you, that's how good they feel, right? I'm enamored with the word receptive, receptivity, reciprocal, the energy of receiving. But it's not just about receiving, it's about how receptive can I make myself? How receptive to good and delight and joy can I be? Y'all see this hedge? That whole hedge is jasmine. It smells so good. How receptive can I be? And if I'm focused on the old story, the sad story, the trauma story, the story I don't want to attract back into my life, I'm not being receptive. I'm not as receptive as I could be. How can you make yourself more receptive today to the stuff you really want? You know? And part of it is allowing what is and learning how to love what is, even if you don't like it. My life is so much easier now that that's the way it goes. The truth of the matter is, I heard in a book I'm listening to, flow always wins. That's what he said. Out of context, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but flow always wins. So we are always either in resistance or flow. And the truth is, even when we're in resistance, we're still in flow. We're just resisting it. But if flow always wins, flow is the stronger force, the strongest force, then why not just let go and surrender and be in non-resistance, right? And in this book that I'm listening to, he talks about if you don't believe that flow always wins, go look at the Grand Canyon, right? Flow always wins. I live in a house that was built in 1916, and there's seepage and a leak in the garage, which part of it is subterraneous. And there isn't anything they can do, because flow's going to win. My house is downhill, and the water's going to flow down. Sure, they can patch it, but eventually, truly, eventually, flow is gonna take over. So, notice, where are you in resistance today? How can you open your hands, let go of resistance, and get back into flow? I hope that some of this message today has landed on you in a way that feels loving. It feels like, oh, I can take that into my day and love myself with it. Or I can take that into my day and love someone else with it. Move, little girl. I know you're hot. We're home. So, Tracy Lee, Self-Love Life Coach, signing off. Big love from my big juicy heart to yours. Happy Sunday, y'all.